What's up, everybody? Welcome to A Drink and a Thought with Don Ramiro. This is going to be episode number 4. We got a good little drink review that we're doing tonight. So first of all, I'm going to start it off with the world famous Templeton Rye. So the thing with rye whiskey, they're going to tend to be a little bit bolder, a little bit spicier. They're very similar to bourbon in that there's a minimum requirement. So the aging, minimum of 2 years in the charred oak barrels. Mash bill has to be minimum 51% rye to be considered a rye whiskey here in the United States. For Templeton, this is going to be about 95%. This one in particular, this is the single barrel. This is going to be a special reserve bottle. This is going to be aged 10 years. This is kind of a tougher product to find, but if you are able to find it in the stores, I highly recommend getting it. So this is also going to be a little bit higher proof. So this is going to be bottled right at 52%, which is going to be at 104 proof. Yeah, the thing with this rye whiskey, it actually has a very creamy and, I'd say kind of more of a sweeter finish to it. I mean, you do get the flavors of the barrel with that heavier aging and the vanilla. A little more heavy on the caramel. The rye is definitely going to give it, that peppery finish to it. This is actually very chocolatey to me. So it's actually got kind of like a sweet blend of the chocolate, the caramel. So despite the higher proof, it's actually really good for sipping. If you like mixed drinks, if you like cocktails, Manhattan, this would be a great to do in a Manhattan. It's really going to pair well with it. But like I said, kind of being a special reserve 10-year bottle, me personally, I like to drink it neat. And so for our topic today, kind of keeping it on our normal topics, I did want to kind of say something a little bit different today. I kind of wanted to do a little response to a couple of, one content creator in particular, who's been kind of, in my opinion, giving out bad advice. So, being part of, men's self-development and trying to help guys, with their fitness, with their fashion, with their game, helping them, do better financially. I really think it's more positive to encourage my fellow men here on how to achieve, those levels the best way as possible. Now, you have one gentleman in particular out there who basically said, if you don't make $50,000 a month, that you're a nobody and you're a loser and you'll never amount to anything. And, at a certain point, I get it. Like I said, you're trying to light a fire, under somebody's ass to say, hey, get out of bed, get out there and, try to hustle, try to improve your financial situation, work on side hustles, build a business, whatnot. But, I think by saying something kind of crazy like that, it's a huge insult and it's a big spit in the face to all of the men out there that are, giving it their all. It's a huge insult to all of our military, our first responders, our police officers, teachers. To me, as long as you're out there, working to provide for yourself, to try to do your best to provide your family, your kids, your loved ones with the best possible resources that you can. It doesn't get any more masculine than that, So I mean, not everybody out there is trying to make $100,000 a month. I mean, yes, we all want to get there. It's definitely a high goal, but kind of insulting somebody at that magnitude, I just think it's completely uncalled for. Um, you know, because without these people out there working, doing dangerous jobs, doing hard jobs, working out, construction, working out in the cold, working out in, here in Texas, it gets to be, about 250 degrees every year. So, it's very insulting, and, there's nothing wrong with, working with your hands and, having a job. Like I said, as long as you're making an effort, providing for your loved ones, and actually getting up off of your ass and doing something, you deserve respect. So, in my opinion, I wouldn't take that advice to heart. Yes, there are things you could do to, help your income, maybe do a side business, maybe do a side hustle. But, if you're in a career where you're working with the public and, helping other people, I mean, that's a tremendous value in itself. And like I said, this world won't run, without the men and women that are in that line of work. So yeah, I'm going to keep this video a little bit shorter. I just kind of wanted to say that if anybody, caught that video from that content creator. And another thing I also heard is if you don't make the minimum you have to make a year is 10 million a year. If until you get to that level, you'll never be happy, no matter what. It doesn't matter. 10 million a year, that's when you can finally start living your life. And once again, it's good to have, high expectations. It's good to always want the best for yourself and for your family, but we're all kind of, working at our own pace here. As long as you're, as a man, you're doing good decisions, you're working hard, you're staying off, the bad vices. I mean, this is kind of bad enough as it is. I mean, I wouldn't recommend doing this all day, every day. But yeah, I mean, just know, to all those people I just mentioned, you are appreciated by everybody in this country. And yeah, just don't feel bad just because you turn on YouTube or you turn it on social media and you see some 16-year-old kid with the Ferrari, the Lambo, saying, hey, I'm making 80K a month, doing this, doing that, whatever. Don't let that bring you down. I mean, some of those guys really are at that level, but 80% of it is just show, guys. It's BS. So don't take too much into that. But anyways, guys, like I said, I just wanted to kind of do a response to that. Keep this video a little bit shorter. And like I said, this is Templeton Rye, single barrel select 10-year. If you were to find it here in the U.S., you could probably find it, I'd say, between $80 and $100, depending on the store. So yeah, I would just kind of look online, check with your local liquor stores, and see what kind of deals you can find. But that's all for today, guys, and we'll talk soon.